I've been waiting to do this unboxing for a while because I already have a pair of Russell moccasins. I don't even think they offer them on their site anymore. It has their Lacte Havea sole. It's kind of a casual moccasin style. I wanted it to be a little bit like a traveling boot, something you could pack up really small, put it in a suitcase, you know, because there's really not much structure to these moccasins, and that's kind of the point. So you can throw it in a backpack and travel, do whatever. But obviously, like, this outsole is not great for any kind of real work or hiking or anything other than just kind of bopping around, get a little squish underfoot with a really soft rubber. Okay, we got the cold plunge set up outside the shop, and I did not realize this was in the contract when we agreed to do this ad, but we're gonna see if the Glacial Bay soap is as fresh and crispy as an ice plunge. It's as loud as that airplane.
I'll just call the Salt Lake Airport, hold all traffic,
Hold all air traffic.
Are you ready?
No. I didn't agree to this. Be sure to blur my toes for the audience. Oh! All right. Whoa. Woo! Whoa! Woo! Talking points. I love Everyman Jack. Outdoor inspired since from Yosemite Wonder, including holy shit. It's fine. I like it in here. Okay, there's no harsh chemicals like exhaust from diesels or neighbors. I want to show you our 4 new scents from Everyman Jack. I'm in my Everyman Jack plunge outfit without underwear on. I can't feel my hands. So shout out to Everyman Jack for making me do this.
Is it cold now?
No, I still have a cold too. Thanks to Everyman Jack for sponsoring this video. Check out all their products. I use their shower stuff every day and their beard balm. Now I'm gonna start using their cold plunge kit with their soaps. I don't know what that has to do with cold plunge. It says it's refreshing as a cold plunge. Even though this is not refreshing. It's cold as
Now we could sell your bath water.
Yeah, does anyone want to buy my bath water? So, I got this box in the mail. And this is more of the typical style of boots that we review, something a little more rugged, something you can hike in, something you can hunt in, something that's got a little bit more grip. So we're gonna do an unboxing and see what's what. And I also have, I think I have 4 different sizes because I've got this pair. Where does Russell put their sizing? Where do they put their sizing? I don't freaking know. We'll figure it out because in here, mini unboxing before the true unboxing. This is the brand new pair that I was supposed to ship back to Russell's, but then I forgot. And this one, does this have size on it? What? How are you supposed to know what size it is? Am I just missing it completely? These got sent to me a little while ago. I think we already did an unboxing of them. I think it's probably posted. Also it's 6 o'clock, so all the mechanics are getting off work. And so it's gonna be kind of loud in the background with their rods running around. So maybe they changed how they do the sizing, because I did this unboxing quite a while ago when Luke and the new owners took over, and they've slowly been refining this business and still maintaining all the things that people love about Russell moccasins, but trying to bring it into the new age so that they can actually still provide this style of boot for the foreseeable future. Because like a lot of boot companies, they're like, especially these old American ones, they're very old school. They're very like they run from an era that wasn't the internet, and so it's really cool to see younger guys coming into these businesses, updating them while still maintaining the things that made those brands what they are. Because we see it so many times in regular boots and shoes, where we see it with companies that built a name for themselves, and then in the 90s they shipped their stuff overseas, and then in the 2000s they really maximized margins, and by the 2010s and 2020s it's just a shadow of their former selves. And so this true American brand that's been around for, I don't even know how long it's been, let's see, for 124 years. It's cool that they're keeping it what it is and streamlining some things and making it easier and faster to get their boots, because it's another thing with all these handmade boots is they take forever to get to you. You know, there's some boot companies here in the US that take like 2 years to get to you. So it's just really cool seeing this younger generation maintaining what made these brands what they are. It's just so cool. And because it's near and dear to me, because I run a leatherworking business and we do things the traditional way. We hand sew all of our wallets. We use the highest quality American tanned leathers from Seidel, from Horween, from Wickett and Craig. And there's faster and easier ways to do things like a sewing machine. And there's nothing wrong with sewing machine style wallets. But we just like doing it the old gritty way. It takes a lot longer. You take a single thread and needles and sew it with by hand, you know? So it's when brands do this kind of stuff, I love it. And especially where these are so handmade. Like this stitch around the toe is done by hand. They last these up around the last, starting from the bottom, working their way up, which is the opposite of most boots where they start at the top and last their way down. And then they have to hand sew on this U-shaped piece with an awl in the same technique. I don't know if it's a saddle stitch like we're doing with our wallets, or if it's hand sewn lock stitch style. I don't remember. So put a correction here. So because they last it from the bottom up rather than the top down, you don't get this hard junction between the insole and the upper, because you're basically standing on the upper that's wrapped underneath. And so it's an interesting boot because I don't know how to describe it. Like the upper molds to the side shape of your foot, similar to a regular boot, but you don't get that hard ledge. It's just seamless. And so it really intrigues me as a hiking boot. And we'll go over this more when we cut them in half eventually. And so whichever of these pairs actually fit me, I'm gonna go out and hike in them and get some miles in them so I can actually talk about how it feels compared to your regular boot. Because most boots in the world are built like this. Like all the Pacific Northwest boots, most of your hiking boots that are traditionally built are like this. And Russells are like one of the 2 or 3 only true moccasin makers left in the United States. And they're, as far as I know, I think they're the only ones that are doing like hiking style moccasins. So it's this old school American way of making boots. It's a completely different feel underfoot. And I really want to test it and see what advantages and what disadvantages come from a moccasin style when it comes to actually wearing them hard and hiking and side hilling and downhill, uphill, all that stuff. So let's get them unboxed. But first, I gotta pull a new knife from our Blade HQ random draw. Where are they? We're running out of knives. Ooh, Kershaw. This is a knife brand I actually know, because I've had quite a few Kershaws in my life. They're really nice blades. I found one actually rock climbing. That's how I found Kershaw. Someone just must have dropped it on the climb, and I was like, I'll take that. and because they have a really smooth action. I put it in, actually, it's probably here. Let's find out. Oh, wrong boot. Aha, told you. This fits perfectly in our boot pocket kit, so I always carry it around. I like this little knife, it's fun. I just like how smooth and how fast that little action is. And all the knife heads are like, you're using the wrong terminology. I'm like, I don't know. It's how you start getting into a hobby, is you embarrass yourself by not knowing what you're talking about. So what is this? Ooh, it's a baby knife. That is adorable. What the heck? That's cool. You got like a little amber looking scale on it, I think is what it's called. Made in the USA. How does it actually work though? This might be my favorite part of opening these knives, is trying to figure out what ingenious way people have come up with to make knives and actions and stuff. Oh! This is probably the dangerous, everyone's always like, hey, be careful with the bandsaw. And I'm like, yeah, we've cut like 500 boots and shoes in half. Opening these knives is just it's a random draw. You just never know how these things are gonna, dang, that is so cool. And obviously it'd be tough to hurt yourself, because if you opened it, oof, that does open up fast though. Ooh, that is cool. So I know you guys are like, oh, get to the boots. This is fun, it's cool stuff. Knives go hand in hand with boots, and that's why I've always loved them, but have never really gotten into them. That's a perfect one for the boot pocket kit. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm taking this one. So we're gonna give out all the knives to the employees and do like a random draw, and everyone will get a knife from Blade HQ. Dang, that is such a strong action, or whatever you call it. It's like so fast, crazy. That's cool. Because today I was carrying this one, which has a similar style button. So I thought if I was gonna push that, when I pushed that button, it was just gonna like allow it to be released. But then it just exploded. So anyway, if you want one of these, check them out at Blade HQ. Pretty sweet little thing. I like this. I used to have a knife. I know. I used to have a knife that was made by Workman. It's like WRKMN, I think, and it had ironwood scales, and it was shaped a lot like this actually, and it was a fixed blade. And I loved it, and then I immediately lost it. I still have not found it. I think it's stuck on my couch somewhere. But it was so cool. I don't even know if those guys they've got to still be making knives. Anyway, let's do it. I'm super excited about these boots too. I've been all winter. I was hoping to get these sooner so I could really start wearing them, because this winter was surprisingly good to hike. Because I've got a trail that's in the sun pretty often, and so I was able to hike most winter. And I probably go up on the trails maybe like 4 times a week. Sometimes I go every day if I really got the time. One more time. It's so fun. I get why people love knives. It is so fun. They're pricey, but if you can hang on to them and not lose them, they are stinking fun. Okay, put it away. A couple of good Russell Moccasin stickers. Okay. Yeah, there you go. So like I said, this other box and stuff is from early days. So this time, it's a backcountry. Backcountry bird shooter card T 9.5E. And we have, unbox therapy. He's gonna be like, this guy doesn't know how to unbox boxes. I'm like, I don't. And we got the Backcountry 9E. So let's unbox the 9.5E. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. Oh, that is a good looking boot. Oh, I love the simplicity of them. They're because, so many other boots are just like, obviously I love them because we design them that way. It's like patches on this all over the place, 50 different layers. The part that I really like about these is how flexible they are. That's a nice looking boot. Okay. Nice. 3 speed hooks. I love that because obviously these have eyelets, and I have to tie a knot in the end of the lace so that I don't always just pull my laces out. So now let's see if the other, I think they're probably the same color, but let's just double check. Same color. Nice. Okay, let's try one of them on, and then I'll be back after I do a little bit of hiking around to give you some sizing recommendations, because obviously you want to go off of the brand sizing recommendations. So what do they even say? And the actually, what's cool about Russell is they have like a sizing app or like scanner thing. I guess I can give you the information on the boot actually. So the Backcountry retails for $685. Not cheap, but keep in mind too, this is like, it's all hand sewn, it's all that hand lasting stuff. Made from the original Russell bird shooter patterns, the Backcountry's lineage is that of the most accomplished boot in American history. Wiley Post became the first person to fly to the stratosphere in a pair, and Earl Schaefer wore his for over 2,000 miles, becoming the first man to complete the Appalachian Trail. Both of these pairs are now housed in the Smithsonian Museum. That's actually way sick. Lightweight, highly water resistant, and extremely durable, the Backcountry is the boot we recommend as a customer's first pair. If you want a pair of Russells that can be worn from sea to summit in incredible comfort, the Backcountry is your boot. Oh, that is pretty cool, the history and lineage. Not many brands can claim that. The leather is a water resistant, full grain walnut timberjack leather. And it's actually, you think Chrome Excel is really oily and saturated. This is more like wet, almost to the touch, kind of waxy to the touch than even Chrome Excel. And I think the reason they do that is so they can actually last it and not rip, but also not wear out their employees' hands because it's a little bit softer. Double vamp moccasin construction, 7 inches tall. The Vibram, there's so many these, I don't know what that word is. Rocia? Rokia?
Roccia. Let's say it all together. Roccia.
I don't know. It's a classic outsole we've been using since the 1900s. Yeah, it's basically like a V100, but a little bit less aggressive. It's like a little brother version of the V100 or the unit V100, whatever that's called. Oh yeah, they do have that little, I'll show you on the top screen, find my Russell size. So you can scan your feet and stuff. Pretty cool. That's exactly what I was talking about when it comes to like, because you know, these old school brands, they would never get to that point, but these younger guys coming in and running these companies and keeping all this true, that's what they're capable of, is actually making an easier and faster way to get the right size of boots. Because we all, if you're watching this, there's a good chance you've ordered a pair of custom boots, and there's an even better chance that if you did, they didn't fit. And so it's pretty cool that they're doing that. And sizing, like I mentioned, they fixed that right there in the tongue. I think, let's do the 9.5 E's, because that's a size I haven't ever put on. So let's do this. Okay, what am I wearing today? These Viberg Horween collaboration that we Frankenstein. We took. They were supposed to be engineer boots. They were engineer boots. I'm just not an engineer boot guy. I'm more of like a Western roper cowboy boot kind of guy. So Taylor skillfully dissected them, pulled the straps off, threw in a little gusset right here with a hand sewn little detail so that if you do wear this elastic out, you just hand sew a new one in. But usually I just use my shit kickers. I keep them by my front door at my place, and I go run errands in them, take the garbage out. So the most expensive shit kickers of all time. That's kind of why I like it. It's just funny to do, because they're really awesome boots. I'm not shitting on the boots. They're nice. Gotta put some laces in too. Okay, I got it in. Or laced up, whatever. Let's try them on. I'm always wearing the cheapest socks every time we do one of these unboxings. Okay, I might just go with the 9.5 E, because I do not like having my toes squished. The only problem with the 9.5 though is that upper might be a little bit too small for me with the dainty ankles. Yeah, that might be a problem. It's still cinching down. Nobody's knocking on the door. That's the refrigerator. I bought a lemon of a refrigerator. Never buy used appliances. That was a mistake. All right. I think that's manageable, but let me try on the 9.5, or the 9. Yeah, the 9 might be better. Okay, 9E. Let's try that on the right foot. Ooh, I think that's better. I think that just fits better generally. Okay, initial impressions of sizing. I'm a 10 on the Brannock, and I think the 9.5 E is going to be the ticket. But I'll be back for a little update on the sizing. But dang, those look good. I'm so excited to try these on the trail. I really want to see how this feels, like side heeling and really putting them through the paces with that vamp that's tucked up rather than under. So I'll be back with a size update. Got a cut in half coming soon. So yeah, if you want a pair of these, check them out via links in the description. Thanks for watching these unboxings. They're so fun. I get like rambly as shit, but they're fun to do. And good Lord, look at these boots. They're so cool. I love it. Okay, thank you guys for supporting these. The only reason we can do these is because you guys watch them, so I appreciate it. See ya.